Hi there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tami White from stampwithtami.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this stinking cute cone of shame card. For all you pet lovers out there, it's great for when your puppy's not feeling good, but also it's a fun card just for your pet lover when they're not feeling well, or if they're having surgery or in the hospital. It is just such a super cute card. Alright, let's get started. And here is our stinking cute card up close. I had a little inspiration from Cindy Schuster and Michelle's suit for this little guy and his cone of shame. He's just such a little cutie. This was made with the Fox Builder punch from Stampin' Up, and in the same suite, the designer paper background comes from the set called A Little Foxy. Super cute, although we're making a little doggy out of ours. The words come from the Greatest Greeting stamp set, and all of these supplies that I'm using today, as well as the measurements for this card, are available on my stampwithtami.com blog simply by going to this URL or clicking in the link in the YouTube description below. There'll be a free PDF there for you and all of the information you need to make this card. Okay, let's start with our card assembly. Again, all the measurements are on my blog. I'm just folding this piece in half. This is actually half of an 8.5 by 11 of Pool Party, just folded in half. And if I were really smart, I'd have used a bone folder to do that. Let me see if I can find one. I probably should have done this first with the bone folder, but I got a little excited there. This does make a nice crisp fold. Sometimes I just get a little ahead of myself. I'm using some Stampin' Up Snail Adhesive, which is a double-sided tape. And this is the sad part about double-sided designer paper. You always have to put a side down, and it's kind of sad. But these raindrops in the Pool Party, they were perfect for this card. Okay, next we're going to stamp our words. I'm taking, from the Greatest Greetings stamp set, I'm taking the I'm So Sorry, although you could totally swap that up for anything else. I thought that worked for a lot of different occasions. Whether it's an animal that you're sending a card for or a person. Very cute. I'm using Early Espresso ink. Little Pool Party ribbon there to coordinate. It's a beautiful thing about the Stampin' Up products. Everything matches, and you don't have to think about, you don't have to go on a hunt in the store for things that match or that kind of sort of match. Here, everything is made to go together. Now I am just attaching that ribbon with a little snail adhesive, and we'll just tuck it underneath the back there. Do a little faux knot. They're my favorite because they're nice and easy. And then just cut a little strip, slide it underneath. Then just tie it once. Makes a perfect knot every time, and then I'll just trim these edges at a little bit of an angle. You can go ahead and use some snail adhesive to attach that panel, and then take some Stampin' Dimensionals to attach that entire panel to our card base. Okay, now it's time to make our Doggie. His little cone of shame comes from the 1 3/4 inch circle punch and some vellum. This is vellum cardstock. You can purchase that in my online store. I've got a scrap here of some soft suede and the Fox Builder punch. He's a builder, which means there's different pieces for him. I'm just going to punch them all out because it's the easiest way to do it. We really just need the head, body, and tail. These are ears if you want to make another animal, but we don't need them for this one. Now on his head, I'm going to just round his ears with a pair of scissors. Just take the point off so he's not a fox anymore, he's a Doggie. And for the tail, we just need this part here. And from the owl punch, we need just one of the large eyes, large circles that would have been the owl's eyes if we were making an owl. So we are going to just snip a little point in that circle there, and that makes the shape of his nose. Okay, next we're going to take the Early Espresso ink pad again and a wedge of a Stampin' sponge, and we're going to sponge the edge of everything but his nose. So his head, tail, body, And the cone of shame. Poor Doggie. Instead of rounding his ears, just keep them pointy and you could turn this into a kitty just as easily. Okay, next we're going to make his face. So I'm going to take some mini glue dots. These come in a roll. See the little dot right there? I find it easiest just to stick whatever embellishment you're putting on. In this case, it's our nose right to the glue dot, so you don't have to get your fingers sticky. And then stick it right on his face. Right about there. I'm using the basic black Stampin' Right marker from Stampin' Up. It has two tips. This is a brush stroke end that you would use if you were coloring in like a picture image. But I actually want this fine tip end here because we are going to draw his mouth and his eyes. So first we're going to do a little straight line off his nose and then a little dot, little circle. And then for his eyes, two little dots. This is the part I love, his little eyebrows. They give him such expression and he's so adorable. So I'm going to put a little snail adhesive on the back of his little head and put him in the cone. Poor little guy. And then one Stampin' Dimensional on the back of his head. Now make sure it's on the back of his head and not peeking down, because if it peeks down you can see through the vellum. So make sure it's hidden by his face. And then we will go ahead and attach that to his body up towards the top. So a little bit of his body peeks out the bottom. Whoops, I got him upside down. Try that again. Let's flip him over. There we go. And then I also attached his tail, which is just sticking out here with a Stampin' Dimensional because it really just made it pop. Look at him. He's so cute. So what that means is we've got a double layer of dimensional there where his tail is, so we need to build up his head with two dimensionals so that it's even when we put him on the card. Just show you what I mean there. I've got a double. I got a double just behind his head and then a single on his body, and he just sticks right on the top of our card, and our card is complete and it is completely awesome. So stinking cute. Again, you can get all of these supplies and a free PDF file on my stampwithtami.com blog. And be sure to sign up for my newsletter while you're there too, because I give away free card tutorials every Tuesday that are exclusive to newsletter subscribers. Thanks for joining me today.